Good morning, YouTube. This is man always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Man Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, this is another recognition of a lady who's been in the sport of bodybuilding quite some time, a legend, from the great country of Canada. This is one Miss Laura Carolan, and if you remember her, she started her career about the good part of the 90s. She's originally from Winnipeg, Canada. And she started her career in '92, where she competed. Her first show was the Canadian Championships, which she won overall. Then after that, she competed quite a few shows, most notably the Jantana and also the Miss International. She never got a chance to qualify to Olympia. It's tough to get to Olympia. I mean, back in the day, I think the top three women used to make it, but she cracked the top five, but didn't make the top three. And she kept competing a good part of the 90s until she took a break. She stepped aside from bodybuilding for a time. She was out of the game for nearly, about 17 years. She was living her life, back in Canada and just being just like any other person. But she's like any athlete, you get that taste that you want to go back again. And, at the time she was when she retired from bodybuilding, she was around about her 30s. And then she came back, she was just about in her 50s. And, she did pretty good. Her first show was the Tampa Bay Pro. And, actually, it was a Toronto Pro because she was back in 2012. She was competing in the Toronto Pro and took fifth place. Then took some time off and came back in 2015 and took eighth at the Tampa Bay Pro. And she competed at a couple, she came back and competed in some more shows where she did pretty good. I mean, she won the 2016 Toronto Pro, which earned her a place at the Rising Phoenix. But she didn't place in the Rising Phoenix. But, amazingly, this woman, at the age of 50, just had an amazing physique, amazing body. And just coming in, being a legend like she was, like you remember her from the 90s, and just stepping up. I mean, got a lot of respect for her. But like I said, Miss Carolan, today is her birthday. And I want to recognize her, as being who she was. I remember her from, seeing the magazines like, Muscle Development was a Canadian magazine, and in some competitions like the Jantana. I love the Jantana. Jantana was a great show. It was the first real all women show. It was no connection to any man's bodybuilding show. It was still on his own. And we know, what happens, not people allowed to support it as much as should have, and, say ticket sales and all that, but I'm not getting into details. But Miss Carolan, I think she's living her life. She has competed since 2016, and I think she's training other people and enjoying her life as she is, and it's good that, she came back for that time and showed that, you still have that desire and that drive to be an athlete. And, she's just one of these ladies that need to be recognized as being a legend, being those unsung legends, who have their boots in the ground, 10 toes down. And I think she's a lovely lady, and I did a video about her a while back. It was a comparison video. It was part of my Classic Canucks. And like I said, I want to recognize it because I follow her on Facebook. And I saw the day was her birthday. I want to recognize that. Every year, anytime I see anybody who are ladies that I follow or I know, or just ladies who are been in this game as long as they have, I want to recognize their birthday and their contribution to the sport of bodybuilding, the hard work, the commitment, and the passion they put into the sport, especially where they get a lot of grief from people outside of it and people in it. But like I said, Miss Carolan is an amazing lady. You can, put her social media stuff in the description. I think she's mostly on Facebook. She might be on IG. Everybody's on IG now these days. And, send you well wishes, happy birthday, and just recognize a legend of the sport. And I want to say again, happy birthday to Laura Carolan. I hope she's enjoying it, and hope she's spending time with loved ones and friends. This is my always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Man Talk. Don't subscribe. I'm out.